Hello, this is the Monotone Centrist here with another video. Today's video is going to be talking about the shooting. I won't name his name. I don't think he deserves to be mentioned at all in the media. And you haven't noticed, there's a lot of political, I guess, debate between what side he, I guess, is on. Like what political side is he on? What that has to do with anything, I don't really know. Nor care because I think he's just a fucking nut job. There is a manifesto. I'm not going to read it. It's like 130 pages. I don't want to fucking read it. Sounds fucking insane. It's all based on this great replacement theory. I suggest you not look into it. It sounds just fucking stupid as shit. I'll give you like a short summary of it. It's basically this theory that I guess like the white race is being replaced by like Mexicans and black people and like the white people will be a majority, not majority but minority in the United States. Like there'd be more Mexicans than white people or more black people than white people because obviously the United States is massively more white than any other race, but to me it sounds fucking stupid. For one, like, who cares? To me, at least, I don't know. That just sounds stupid. Even if let's say it's 100% true and the theory is correct. Like, so? Like, I really don't get the fucking big deal about that. Is like, that fucking blows my mind. Like, I guess people were like really, like neo Nazis and stuff because they want, the white power. Because most of the people are white that, CEOs, people of power, just major vast amount of people who are either rich or powerful are white. So, and they're thinking that everyone's going to be replaced, essentially. So much of that, and people are pointing, well, he was on the left. No, 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 he was on the right. Like, who gives a shit? Like, people got murdered, and I didn't know their names before I know what skin color they had. I knew what the skin color was before I knew their names. That's pretty fucked up. Like I didn't know their names. They just finally released their names not too long ago. But the media sure fucking made sure we knew their skin color. That's the important part. Don't worry. That's sarcasm, by the way. I think it's fucking stupid how the media is covering this, and a lot of people are blaming Tucker Carlson for some odd reason. Like I've listened to some of his stuff. I like to get, both sides of certain events, what how, certain news like I guess companies how different they cover certain news topics and stuff. And Tucker Carlson's been getting a lot of heat, especially him like backing Putin and kind of I guess echoing this great replacement theory, even though he kind of does mention it a few times, but like he it's not like a really direct way unless I missed it. Like he says a few things about people getting replaced and people are really pissed off at him particularly, and I don't know if what he's saying is quote unquote dangerous. Like even if he is like let's say he is 100% saying or pushing this great replacement theory onto people, right? Just for argument's sake. That people look into it, if there are any amount of, you know, intelligence behind them, not, I guess, a neo-Nazi, they're just going to be like, "Dad, this is stupid." And people want him to apologize or stop with saying it. Like, yeah, if he comes on TV and says this is his opinion and you know, it's just something he believes in or is told to say or whatever. I don't think that changes much. And a lot of people wanted him deplatformed or something to happen to him. And I think that's a pretty not good thing to do. I don't think he should be silenced. I don't think he needs to be punished. If you start punishing him for his speech, even though it could, let's say it's 100% hateful, um, or he's not saying to go and murder people, so he not directly saying that. Now, you argue he's indirectly saying that? I don't think so. Like, if he's touting this great replacement theory and saying we're all going to be replaced and white people are going to be the majority, he's not saying to harm people or kill them or do anything like that. Not that I'm aware of, at least. And I think he would have been arrested by now, but if he was touting that kind of stuff on TV. So if he faces any kind of consequences, the only thing I could see that he'd be fired. I'd be okay if he was fired. Honestly, if they fired him and he's like, yeah, yeah, you can't be on. That'd be very, very unlikely because he gets a lot of ratings. He gets a lot of views. So that'd be very difficult for them to be fired. So probably not going to happen. They probably just replace him with someone who's just way more subtle with it or avoids it. So I don't see him getting fired. If they did fire him, I'd be okay if he terminated. Like that's probably the only thing I can see kind of any kind of punishment, like any kind of fines or jail time or stuff like that. I'm 100% against that kind of shit because it's a slippery slope of restricting people's freedom of speech. I'm 100% a component of the Constitution. I don't care what you got to say. If it's hateful, as long as it's not threatening or breaking the law, so, some quote hateful. And I mean, if you're going around saying you hate, put in insert race here, you know, you shouldn't be arrested, shouldn't be ticketed. Now, what happens to you is, oh well, I don't really care if someone kicks your ass for saying something like that. Then, well, yeah, that person might get arrested or whatever. I don't feel sorry for you. I don't condone the violence that happened or would happen. Exactly, I don't feel sorry what happened. Like you can condone an act, against someone else and don't feel sorry for that. Like a battered spouse, like killing a husband, like finally snapping and just shooting them or killing them. Like yeah, you shouldn't have done that. That was wrong to kill them, but I don't feel sorry for the person that happened to it. So like people seem like they can't hold like two different positions. It's like one position only. If you deviate from that, you're a fucking piece of shit. You shouldn't do that. You just incapable to have two positions that kind of maybe contradict or even contradicting each other. So like I don't get the whole pointing fingers thing. Like I didn't even know about this whole great replacement theory until this freaking happened. I never even heard of this shit. So in a way, I feel like the mainstream media is kind of like spreading this ideology out. Like I never heard of it, and I think this gets out too much. They shouldn't have fucking said anything about what he's fucking doing. And what pisses me off, it's like the coverage. I mentioned this before, but the news coverage covers things a lot differently when it's a certain, I guess, particular something that they can run with. Not so much, I guess, it depends what it is, for one, and who does it, for two. Uh, Anyone who's seen the New York shooting will know this guy had very posted a lot of hateful videos against white people. He said, like, yeah, he's very racist against white people. He wanted to kill white people. White people is a problem. White people trying to replace black people, and all the crazy shit. He posted a lot of shit that was racist against white people. Now that dude's not even in the fucking news feed. I saw him for maybe a week, if that, in the news. And all of a sudden, as soon as they found out he was black, they were even reporting that the guy was black. They didn't even say he was a black man. It was like a man shot some people and killed some people in the subway. That was it. That's how they're portraying shit. They didn't like people found out that he was black. And I heard, I'm not too sure how true this is, so I can't 100% say it's confirmed, but they tried to hide the surveillance videos from people. Also, I don't, maybe that's something that's made up. I don't fucking know. I would have to look into how true that is, so don't quote me on that to be something that's true, because I don't fucking know. And then you got this incident where he's clearly in the manifesto was a very hateful person against black people, which is really confusing because this story that came out where this guy, this black man, was talking to him for like 2 hours. They had an interview with him. I'm not too sure if a lot of people saw it, but I actually watched a video where this black guy talked to the killer. I think the previous day or something like that for like 2 hours. I found it very strange that someone who was very racist against black people would talk to a black person for so long. That one really fucking confused me. If he really hated black people this much, which obviously it looks like it was, according to his manifesto at least, pretty fucking obvious. Um, then why would he? That seems to be very strange behavior for a racist to do. So I guess his parents didn't know where he leaned on the political scale. They didn't even know he had guns. Um, in the manifesto, he said, in the questions, he said, would he be on the right? He said yes. If he'd be on the left, he said yes. Like, this guy is just fucking crazy. Like, I don't understand why people are pointing the fingers on the right. Well, he was right. He was a neo-Nazi. Like, I don't fucking care. If he was on the left, leaning, and he killed a bunch of people. What like if he was white guy and he was like killing white people and hated white people, would the story still be blown up like this? Like I don't even give a fuck. That's fucked up. I don't care what killing 10 people regardless of the race is fucked up. It's fucking crazy. Like what does have to go in your fucking head to do this? That's like my position. Like I don't give a shit who he's fucking killing, where he lies on the fucking political scales. Like that shit not important. When you fucking figure out what color of the race of the people he killed, know their fucking names, we got a problem. Like that's what fucking bothers me the most. Like why fucking even report on this guy? Just leave his name. Do not report what the fuck his crazy fucking ideas or his fucking rhetoric or his fucking ideals were. Like, I don't give a fuck. And then they're gonna put it on. He's gonna facing hate crimes and terrorist crimes. Like, does that really fucking do anything? He's facing 10 murders. 10 fucking murders. This dude is not going to get out for the rest of his fucking days. They're going to tack on fucking terrorists and hate crime. That's his least of his problems right now. That's really what's really weird is he pleaded not guilty, and even though he fucking live streamed it, so pretty clear he fucking did it. Okay, he's gonna be found guilty. Obviously, he he he's going to face trial just like anybody else. We all know he's fucking guilty as fuck, so that's not a no-brainer. He's gonna be found guilty on 10 counts murder. He's never going to get out of prison. So tacking on all these other charges makes no fucking sense. Um, that's pretty much it because like don't fucking read the manifesto. I've only seen parts of it, and I don't want to even fucking come close to reading some lunatic fucking ideas on shit. Like I like even at a morbid curiosity scale, I'm just like, yeah, this guy's fucking a Looney Tune. This guy's fucked up in the head, and probably shouldn't be even mentioned at all. Like his name, his fucking motives, where he leans on the political scale. I don't give a shit. Lock him up. Make sure he never gets out. I wish New York had the fucking death penalty. Maybe they'll use it because I guess they had the federal death penalty. Well, but we'll see if he gets a death penalty. That might be still on the table. Who knows? But overall, this finger pointing gets us nowhere. And they're already trying to pass laws, more laws. New York has one of the strictest gun laws in the United States. It's up there with Chicago. Passing more laws is not going to stop someone from doing this. Like the previous laws on the books right now didn't stop him from doing this. He purchased the guns legally, which it pisses me off because it was on an FBI watch list. But somehow he still he was able to buy guns legally. They had him on a red flag laws because he previously threatened. I don't know exactly what the threats were. So that's a pattern with all these shootings. I like to point out, like they've had previous threats or they had previous problems with the law or has something or done something that has threatened someone or people, and they're always on the FBI watch list. But somehow they are still be able to purchase guns legally. How is that fucking possible? Like the law enforcement has to step up some shit. Like even with these red flag laws, they don't do fucking anything. I know they're bound by certain laws and they can't just, I guess, storm in there, breaking down your fucking doors and arresting you. But if you make a threat and you're on an FBI watch list, maybe you shouldn't be able to buy a gun. I think anybody with in reasonable sense could, I would, or at least think about passing such of something like that. If you made a threat, a credible threat, even if it's not even that credible, like any kind of fucking violent threat, you should be on a list where you can't fucking buy a gun. I think that's a pretty fucking reasonable thing, but who knows what do I know? So, like, law enforcement dropped the fucking ball here as well. As many of these other shootings. It's like they just decided one day to fucking do it. No, they had previous fucking run-ins on a list, but still able to do whatever the fuck they want. I mean, if you're on FBI watch list and they're not actually watching you, because he posted this manifesto online, by the way, nothing was happened. Nothing happened. They didn't even question this guy. Didn't even get a warrant to search his house or whatever. Nope, none of that was done. So, at the end of the day, I don't like the finger pointing. A lot of things happened here that should have happened, that didn't happen. I think the FBI could have done a lot more, especially with threats. That's with a lot of the gunmen, by the way. They put them on the watch list, but somehow are able to still purchase guns legally. They don't watch him, or actually, if they think that he's violent or can do violent things, as posted in the manifesto online, something like this, They were watching him, right? They should have known he was posting that kind of stuff online, but they could have got a warrant or something to search his house. Like, I think law enforcement is dropping the ball there a little bit there. Not saying like, people just can't just snap one day and just do what the horrible thing he did. The vast majority of us, as I'm saying, 99.9% of us, are not going to do that. And this came about to be a bit of a rant, but hopefully the things change, and when someone makes a threat, they actually put them on a watch list. They actually watch them and prevent them from buying guns. Now that doesn't stop them from illegally buying guns, but that might delay them, slow them down, something. Banning guns is obviously not the right choice. Even if they try, even if by some miracle they did do that, it'd be very hard to confiscate guns. And if they tried to do it by force, we got more problems than I'd like to know about. So, my hot take of a solution is give law-abiding citizens an easier way to arm themselves. Now, there's a lot of situations that will happen or could happen. You know, I won't go into everything that could happen in those situations, but that's pretty much all I have to say. I know I said that a little bit previous, but I forgot about the whole FBI watch list shit that he was on, and they pretty much fucked up on that. So hopefully we can get something together and stop with this bullshit with the black, white, right, left. Now, I think the media is to blame some of that the kind of racial divide itself, pointing out black white person does this to black person does this to the white person. Like, I'm fucking done with it. Like, the media, like, I guess kind of fucking divide between people, and they always say the right wing, left wing, Nazi. Like, every fucking like right wing person is a Nazi. A person is this. Like, stop with the bullshit. Like, I don't remember race being such a fucking hot topic until recently. I guess Trump got, I guess, fucking died those flames, even though it wasn't probably intentional. It's just a really fucked up state where people are just pointing fingers at each other, right, left, black, white. I'm just fucking like, this guy was just fucking crazy. What is there else to fucking say? The dude is fucked up in the head. Maybe they need to bring back asylums. Have some, deep dark secret people harm themselves or others can go. Who fucking knows what the solution is? That's pretty much what I have to say. Thanks for listening. Rate, comment, subscribe.